The Gambia, like many other countries in West Africa, rely heavily on smallholder farmers for food, most of whom are farming to make ends meet. Although not much, but small-scale farmers make it easy to get fresh and healthy produce in the market daily at a reasonable cost. Like many other businesses, this is highly threatened by the COVID-19 pandemic. And if not urgently addressed, not only will the farmers be out of business, but the inadequate fresh farm produce will be scarce. Thanks to IFAD, who through the resilience of Organizations for Transformative Smallholder Agriculture Project Roots, launched the Rural Poor Stimulus Facility, RPSF. The RPSF is a COVID-19 scheme meant to save the farming population and make them survive and prosper during such trying times.
The RPSF, or Rural Poor Stimulus Facility, is a short-term project funded by IFAD. It is a Gambia government initiative, particularly the Ministry of Agriculture, to provide relief support to the agricultural community in the face of the COVID pandemic. So it is divided into two phases, RPSF 1, RPSF 2. One has been concluded successfully and we are in the process of implementing RPSF 2. So support is for all categories of the agricultural community, from the poultry producers, small ruminant producers, to the rice producers, the vegetable garden farmers, and also the small and medium enterprises involved in agriculture. And then finally there is support also for the households themselves that are of an agricultural nature. I am proud to say that we went beyond the target. Our target for RPSF was, I believe, about 10,000 households. We managed to reach 30,000, so 3 times the target. When it came to vegetable gardens also, we exceeded the target. Why have we been able to reach these targets? We were focusing particularly on communities. So like the community vegetable garden, where you will find at least 100 women, but each of them belongs to a household, and obviously the benefits they get from the garden, household members would benefit.
RPSF aims at strengthening the resilience of smallholder farmers due to the pandemic. Its implementation is anchored within the resilience of Organizations for Transformative Smallholder Agriculture, Roots project management structure, under the supervision of the Ministry of Agriculture, to effectively coordinate and align with the geographical and social targeting of the overall IFAD program in the Gambia. The much-needed support for various smallholder farmers vary according to their needs at the time, ranging from seeds, seedlings, logistics, markets, trainings, and machineries. The selection of these beneficiaries were not limited to one region of the country, but it was spread across the country from West Coast region, Lower River region, North Bank region, Central River region, and Upper River region.
We provided some support to livestock owners. So what we did was, like, we purchased some vaccines and some feed supplements that we provided support to all livestock beneficiaries across all the 6 agricultural regions. But equally, we also provided some support to poultry owners, just in the same way that we did with the livestock. We provided feed and also provided some vaccines to help their poultry production. Then another important thing that we also did within the RPSF1 was we provided support to SMEs, where we trained them on digital communication and marketing, because we were talking about COVID-19. So like I said, when COVID-19 started, it affected a lot of commercial activities. It also affected businesses. So those young people or individuals who were into entrepreneurship were also affected in one way or the other. So it was important that they are able to migrate from physical process of selling their products to the digital wave.
so ñi ngadi no kabiru ñi turo na tan fe na nafa soto nafa bale sota kono ñi won nafa minute.
We have benefited so much from these seeds that we received. Garden eggs, peppers, and bitter tomatoes. We harvested so much that I lost count of it. It made it so easy for us to pay for our kids' education and sort out some family and our personal needs. Today we are really happy, and we would like to thank the donors IFAD True Roots. We are grateful to them because this is something most of us cannot afford and will most likely not get if not for their intervention. Thank you so much.
At large, I just want to thank God for everything, that the poultry has actually gone well, and I'm able to help myself and my family, and also be able to help the local society, local community within the Fonyi end, because many people are benefiting from this little poultry. So I'm so thankful for that. Yeah, apart from that, I also want to thank God for Roots, the organization called Roots. I remember there was a time they came with some little special gift from me and some other people who were here in Biam, so I was able to benefit from them a 50 kilogram of chicken feed, plus 3 feeders, and also some medicines with 4 sachets of medicines. And these have actually helped me in my poultry. So the feeders also have actually helped me because they also reduce the cost of death of my birds. And the birds and then the wounds of the bird have actually reduced simply because because before the feeds were very, very less, and so the chickens were actually conscious, they wound each other, they kill each other. So when I have the other feed, the 3 feeders that came, it actually helped me in reducing that tension. So I want to thank you so much for that.
Ifat ni root walel futata maja bari kontanta bakele ni bendum kontanta ifana kontanta bar kontano ni.
Today we are very happy to receive Roots Project and IFAD team here. They gave us bitter tomatoes, okras, and garden egg seeds. They are very, very good, and we had a bumper harvest. From each bed I was able to get a full pan of tomatoes. At some point, I was approached by other women gardeners who wanted to know how I was able to make such harvest. Since the intervention of Roots, I'm doing so well that now I don't ask my husband money for the kids' school lunch, their uniforms, or for my personal needs. I want to thank IFAD True Roots for the help.
The help came at the right time, because at some point we were only thinking of other source of income for the family feeding and not anything related to the rice field. Roots brought tractor to plow my field for me and also gave us fertilizers, which really went a long way. Today I'm really happy, because if not for their intervention, I may not be able to harvest anything meaningful from my rice field. If not for IFAD Through Roots, I may have had zero harvest. You see, we the youth here, we are always willing to get up and work, but support like this is really, really hard to get.
So makoiro nyindum fana be sulari wala bake nak. Be sulari wala bake ningo soto ndel foninko lembe villa lembe do kokela.
My name is Aminata Ndongo. I'm 23 years old. I'm a native of Kuntaru of town. I get a support from IFAD and Roots. I went for a training. After when I came back for the training, I started my own farming. Before I was having joint farming together with my family, but after the training, I started my own. These 2 plots are my plots. I buy seeds, I pay machines, I pay laborers. All those things are from the money they give me. And I'm doing other businesses, and doesn't affect my farming. I do both dry season and rainy season. But the dry season I harvest most than the rainy season, simply because of the flooding. The first production I did, it was the dry season. That one I explained. I said I have 36 bags out of it. This one I didn't harvest yet. I do not know. The type of training I received, it was on digital marketing and how to market our products on social media. Before, people don't know what I'm doing. And after the training, I used to post TikTok, WhatsApp, Facebook. That's the time others know what I'm doing. But before, I just do my business like that. The support helped me to develop myself and to develop my family and to plan.
Rosini efarbe nde makan na kola kuoto. E turol many dinda.
If our True Roots project are really helping us here at the garden. These produce are from the seeds supplied to us by them. We have stored those that we will be needing during the rainy season. Only God knows how happy we are for this gesture. Now when we harvest and we sell our produce, we make enough money to finance our kids' educational needs and also on feeding for the family. We are really trying. Now we will be sowing onions, bitter tomatoes and cabbage. If not for this gesture, some of us wouldn't get these seedlings, simply because we cannot afford it.
I am Ismail Njai, a native of Kiamanduar. I am 26 years by age and my profession is teaching. I am a teacher and at the same time a food processor. As an entrepreneur, there are key things that are very important. Without those things, you cannot be able to excel. That is the financial aspect and the knowledge. So Roots is a project that has given me all those opportunities. They give me support in terms of finance and they also give me support in terms of knowledge by giving me a media platform or an opportunity to know about how to use digital medias in order to make marketing and sell your products. Upon completing Roots training, there is a great impact or improvement that I realized compared to before starting the training. Because before starting the training, the marketing was only within the locality here. I wasn't able to widen my coverage when it comes to selling. But after receiving the support, now I am able to supply a lot of clients far from this community simply because they are aware of my product because of using the social media platform. And the profit margin also has increased from 25% to 75% increment.
Approximately 30,000 households, about 240,000 people benefited from the RPSF. These include smallholder farmers, micro-entrepreneurs, youth SMEs in the rice and vegetable value chains.
I think RPSF is definitely a success and you don't have to take my word for it alone. The IFAD supervision mission has been here and is very pleased with what they found. We have actually been on a monitoring post-RPSF monitoring visit with the ministries of agriculture and so on, and they too, according to the report, were very pleased with what they saw.
So in terms of challenges during the implementation was mainly one, I did mention that we provided cash support in the form of cash transfer to 500 households. But one of the challenges that we had was getting data for those 500 individuals that we targeted. We got data, but the data that we got was mostly not reliable. Sometimes you would call a participant or a beneficiary. On the address you would be informed that this beneficiary is from this community, but when you call they are found in a different community. So it really took us long before we were able to do our verification of getting the 500 target beneficiaries. So that also really affected the time span of our implementation.
Although not all the small-scale farmers in the country benefited, but those that did expressed delight as it did not only keep them in business, but also helped to maximize their agricultural productivity, giving them some level of financial independence and a future in farming. With supports like this, according to the beneficiaries, the Green Revolution is attainable.